But of course there will be. But this has got a beautiful deep green color, hasn't it? Now, what does that mean? I wonder what kind of fish live in here. Like my neighbors come and they get the minnows out of here. Minnows are actually not a fish group, but they are anything that size, little tiny. See the waterfall? There it is. Ta-dum, ta-dum. And for your viewing pleasure, we have here what the beavers have done. I have to make this small. All right. So there are no more trees here at all. The trees are all gone, except the green ones. And the moat, you can walk on the road now. Only on that side, though, because this side up here, let me see if I can turn this around. Come on, there we go. I have to touch it with my nose because it's too cold out here. I have to take off my fucking stick. Oops. Oh, you're over there. All right, so what was I going to show you here? I don't remember. I was going to show you the moat. The moat is overflowed. Oh, good morning, Tyler. There you are. Hey, you know what, Tyler? I have friends of mine are going to Las Vegas today. They're flying there. I'm not sure why they're going there. They don't gamble or anything, so. This water is so beautiful out here. And there's a possibility of some blueness today. We can handle this, you know. We got it. We got it. Yesterday, I did 2 loads of laundry. All the white stuff. Oh, I'm not cold. I'm fine. I'm babysitting my little granddaughter. She's sick. Not just yet. But soon I have to go get her. Anyway, and so, but you know what I did? I was able to mow the hill overlooking the house, the big hill in our yard. I mowed it. And so, hi, Mary Jane. Hello, hello, hello. You know what Daniel's doing? Daniel is flying. He's taking a little local plane, which will fly him and his friends. There's 4 of them, I think, doing this. Fly them to the bottom of Mount Everest. Mount Everest. Daniel. He's climbing up to base camp. This Enna, she is amazing. Boy, she got them going to Maui, or not to Maui. She got them going to Bali, and now he's getting good at surfing. And then they went to, I don't know where they go. And then they did deep sea diving. They took a course in it. Anyway, they're having an amazing life, eh? Anyway, just had to tell you that. Good old Daniel. He's the one that would put 2 40-gallon drums on top of each other and climb to the top of them somehow. Climb to the top of these 2 barrels on top of one another. And then he would jump off. And he would do cartwheels. He was practicing cartwheels. No, flips. Was it flips or cartwheels? Might have been flips. On the sidewalk. On the sidewalk. Well, anyway, to be fair, he did let me know that he called and said that if I die, just want you to know, oops, I know, but they're only going up to base camp, which I think is plenty far enough. I guess now I want to see. I want to see what the trek to base camp looks like. I googled it yesterday, and I didn't really find what I wanted. I'll have to do it again. I'm not very good at this, but I figured out I have a new way. You know how you try and find something with your phone, like where can I get such and such or whatever, or whatever. What you do is you go to maps. You open maps first, not not the round thing, the internet, whatever it is, Windows 95. Boy, I remember when Windows 95 came out. It was really good. Before that, we had DOS. You had to type in, C colon. I don't even remember what it was. We had to type in all the addresses fully, but you also had to tell the computer what you wanted to do. It was hard work. You had to go to a directory. You go to C backslash dir, and then you get a directory, and you'd have. Boy, it was hard. And when Windows 95 came out, I mean, all this apps that you see, it wouldn't have been possible before Windows. Like the whole, but I guess Apple had Windows long before. Anyway, but for me, it was Windows 95. And I have no idea how we got there, why we are there, why we are still talking about it. So, I'll tell you about my progress. I have to be there. No, I'm still good. I have 45 minutes to be before I have to be on the road. Okay, so I can still be here for a few minutes. Okay. So I mowed the lawn. I was thinking of you, Mary Jane. It wasn't Tuesday, but I mowed the hill yesterday. I didn't have to mow the lawn right in front of the house yet. That's not high enough to mow. But the other stuff is like foot-long dry grass that's all bent over. And I just wanted to start at zero because I planted comfrey all along in there. And I think I also planted other things. I'm not exactly sure what yet. I never write it down. That's a real big problem. I need to write it down, make a map of my garden before I put anything in the ground. I also mowed over my bed that is the daylily bed, the one close to the driveway. I mowed that whole thing down before the daylilies aren't up yet. So I mowed it all, and that got rid of, a couple inch thick. What is that stuff called? It's got little round leaves. And it looks pretty, and it takes over. Creeping Charlie? Something like that. Well, the beavers have done a major number on the landscape here. They didn't take these trees at all yet, but they did take all the beeches. There were some little beeches. And then they have definite pathways where they've been dragging things. In fact, they dragged things up out of the moat, up onto Horseshoe Island. No, not onto the island, just across the little bit. They just went across and into Serenity Dippity Pond, and I imagine from there they went down the stream to the dam. I wonder how big the dam is now. When the water recedes enough, I'll go see. But I can see the bridge again. The bridges are not underwater, or they float. This bridge is a problem. It's broken because I made a bridge, but I made the mistake of joining two pieces that were not those. Anyway, I didn't do it well enough. I didn't have a board that was long enough, so I had to patch the boards together, and then one of them broke off and in the middle, and so It didn't break, the screws broke or something. I thought my screws were better than that. I thought you were better than that. Anyway, so that's another one of the millions of things that I have to do. But I'm just gonna try. I'll just try. Like, I haven't done anything with the garden yet, but I did plant a lot of things last whenever. I want to see if mustard leaves are really very good. I've got a little plague of mustard leaves or mustard in my garden. I guess I need to bring my kayak over to the bridge and work from my kayak. I need another board to put down under it to put down into the bottom to hold it up in place while I should get another really long board and go across. Are you making fun of me? Here I am. Here I am trying to make my remaining years. I'm 67. I may have 20 more years. And this body is not working well enough for me for 20 years. I don't accept this kind of lifestyle for 20 years. That's an interesting thing to say. So I'm on my proper food, no more messing up, none at all. I got to get rid of this, whatever it is, 30 pounds. I put on 15 pounds since I told you that I had to stop eating. Why don't you cut down a couple of trees with an axe for exercise? I just love that, Tyler. You are mocking me. You are. It's not nice. You're making fun of me. But I like that you see, like, everybody around has this positive attitude. Oh, you're only as old as you think you are. Or, oh, you can keep going forever or a long time. Oh, you're still young. I may be young on the seniors list. I mean, I'm only 2 years old on the senior side of things. But I know that if you keep moving, it's good. And so I'm so grateful for spring. I'm so grateful that I can go outside. But the last couple of days have been cold and rainy. I was back inside again. It was awful. Awful. I sat and watched television, which was wonderful. I loved it. I was enjoying myself entirely. But afterwards, I just felt like, but to be fair, I actually did the dishes. I did them yesterday for the whole week that I hadn't done them since Willem left. And then I did them yesterday for the rest of it. That had come from yesterday. Because I had I had 4 people over that stayed overnight, family. Abe is still here. It's really nice having Abe here. He's an awesome kid. He's really an awesome person. He's very agreeable and very kind, and he would never, he's very kind of shy, and so he would never be mean or, you know. But he's happy and he laughs at my jokes. That's so cool. He hasn't laughed at my jokes for 10 years. Well, since he got this thing. 7 years? I don't know. Anyway, so I had a whole lot of people in the house, which has been very nice. And Maya was there all day yesterday because of her virus. They're so dismissive of viruses. There are some viruses that, if you don't catch them in time, they have terrible repercussions, right? If you don't catch it within 10 days, blah, blah, blah. Like Abraham had osteomyelitis, and they were so dismissive at the hospital. They went and looked it up, and there's this thing that makes it so a child can't walk for a few weeks, 3 weeks. It's in their hips or something. It's a virus and it's normal and no big deal. And so they just dismissed it. But that wasn't what it was. It was osteomyelitis, which is actually eating the bone from the joint. It moves, it starts, it's that normal bacteria that's on your skin and everywhere around. I forget what it is. But it gets into a sore. Abraham got cut with a tin can. And then it got very badly, I guess it must have gotten infected. And Scarlett took him to the hospital or the walk-in clinic or whatever. She took him and she had it looked at, and I guess he got his tetanus shot if he didn't. He probably already was up to date because he was little. Next thing you know, after 5 doctors plus hospitals and a pediatrician, the pediatrician, she checked every inch of his body. She went over his. I don't know what she was looking for, or cut anything all over his whole body, which was very interesting. I'd never seen a doctor do that. And then she told me he had a high fever, and she told me that I had to phone her. No, I had to write down, I had to take his temperature and write down the degrees of the temperature every hour. And then I had to call her and let her know what was going on. What a good doctor, eh? She was a pediatrician in Ottawa that I was referred to. Remember all those bent trees down here? All those bent trees. Well, they're all gone. They're just little, they're all been stripped and diced. They've been sectioned and... All right, I guess I better get starting to go back up to the house, and I don't have any cell service on the way, so I gotta hang up now while we can. All right, you have a wonderful day. I was gonna talk to you and just tell you all the things I'm grateful for. That was the purpose of making this video, and then I got sidetracked. But anyway, I'll just keep saying it to myself. Mostly I'm looking at everything and thinking about if I'm grateful for that or not, and why I'm grateful for it. Of course, I'm grateful for everything, but I have to have a reason to be grateful for it, or it's just nothing. All right, just trying to stay happy here. Okay, bye. You can do this at home. Results may differ.